Hi guys, it's Sarah Centrella with That Stories Life. I wanted to take just a couple minutes and give you a little bit of personal background on me and share with you my personal story. Some of you may have read it on the Secrets website. It's also, there's a piece on my blog as well under my story. But I thought it might mean a little more coming directly from me. So a little bit of background on me. I am a divorced single mom of 3 of young twins and a young son. I had married my high school sweetheart, so I'd been with him for 16 years. We'd been married for 8 years. And kind of the bottom fell out in, 2008, I guess it was. So my twins were right about a year old. And I learned that he had been having an affair. And at that moment, everything changed for my family. It ended our marriage immediately. And from that moment on, I really just needed to figure out how to survive, to be quite honest with you. I was a stay-at-home mom, and my husband had been the sole breadwinner. I had 2 little, barely year-old babies at home. And things had been pretty rotten for a while, from a financial standpoint, and kind of from my own personal space where I was coming from. It just, life had become the 1,000-pound gorilla on your back. It was difficult, and so when that happened, it was kind of like the abyss opening up and swallowing you whole. I think I laid on the ground for a day probably. It was very, very difficult. And financially, I had nothing. I mean, when he walked out the door that day, I had nothing. I had no money to buy formula. I had no diapers, no gas for my car. I mean, you name it. I was at the bottom of the bottom with nothing coming in, obviously. So to make a long story short, I spent probably about 2 months diligently searching for a job, trying to get back into the job market, which was very, very difficult at that point in time. And I was able to, get rid of everything that we owned, sold anything with a $5, value on it, so that I could earn enough to get a little apartment for me and my kids, and to try and start to build our lives over again, really from scratch, because I'd had a good career in the past and bought homes and all of that stuff. So I really felt like I was, almost 19 again, starting over from scratch. So after I was able to get a job finally, I just decided that's kind of when the mental shift had happened for me. I was on my own now with the kids, and I wanted a different life. I had tried it the hard way. I had tried, working my ass off and getting nowhere. And I wanted a whole different life, and I was ready for it. And I knew it was going to be a long road, but I didn't care. I felt really liberated, happy for the first time in a really long time, and was just determined to completely reinvent my life, just make myself up new. So that's what I did. I, put my vision board together. I did a lot of things I've talked about in some of the other videos, as far as getting my head in the right spot. And I worked my way up. It wasn't long. It was about a year and a half after that I was essentially a VP at a software company. Loved my job. Was traveling all over the country, and was doing public speaking engagements. It was very challenging, and I really, really loved it. So I think kind of the journey that I had gone through over the last 2 years, what I really want to get out to the world is that anything is possible. Like anything, it really, really is possible. If you have drive and determination, and if your heart is in the right place, and if you believe and if you have faith that everything is going to work out the way that the universe designed it to to work out for you, then it's going to work out. It doesn't mean you're not going to get setbacks and hard knocks and all of that, but it does mean that there's a bigger plan out there for you always. And if you think about that for a couple minutes, regardless of what situation that you're going through right now, there's a bigger plan out there for you. Whatever it is, no matter how low you are right now. I look back on my situation and I think, thank God. I can't imagine had my life continued on that path. You know, the universe knew. I had put out a wish that I would have, you know, a totally different life. And lo and behold, I got my wish. And in order for that to happen, there were some things in my life that needed to change and some pieces that needed to, you know, be juggled around and moved. And at first, when those types of things happen to us, our first reaction is to say, why me, poor me, the world's ending. But if you step back and say, this is an opportunity for me to see where I can take this and what good is to come out of it, then you can really start to look at all the situations that come into your life as not accidents, as a part of the puzzle to get you where you need to go. And it's all about patience. So just be patient, don't give up, keep your mind in the right spot and your head in the right spot, and believe wholeheartedly with every piece of belief that you have, fake or real or whatever it is, that what is meant to be is what's going to come your way. And don't fight it. Put your positive energy in the future. Put your positive energy into what you want, not negative energy into what you don't. And what's going to come back to you are miracles. And I'm so happy to say that I, even in the hard times, feel like I'm living a life filled with miracles. And that would be my wish for each of you, that each of you would be able to go through your life and feel like your life is full of miracles too. Because it is. Thanks, you guys.